What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Jorge Masvidal slams Jake Paul following terrible pay-per-view numbers. Kevin Lee shares one possible way Kamaru Usman could leapfrog George St. Pierre to become the GOAT. Dana White challenges Jake Paul to a drug test. And Logan Paul rips Floyd Mayweather as a weasel for allegedly not paying him for their boxing match. And much more news. If you are new, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And also like the video if you want to see more MMA content daily. Logan Paul has taken a shot at Floyd Mayweather for allegedly not paying him for their boxing match. Paul and Mayweather fought in the exhibition back in June in a highly anticipated bout that did well in the lead up and on pay-per-view as it sold around 1 million. However, months later, Paul posted a picture of Mayweather on his Instagram story where he blasted money for not paying him. "Pay me my money, you bleeping corn weasel, for a human," at Floyd Mayweather, Paul wrote. UFC President Dana White has extended an interesting testing challenge to Jake Paul. Dana White addressed Jake Paul accusations and criticism during a recent interview on The Fight with Teddy Atlas.
You asked me about Jake Paul fighting guys over here. I wanted to tell you, I got a challenge for Jake Paul. So this guy keeps saying that I'm a cokehead, right? He can randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years if I can randomly steroid test him for the next 2.
Francis Ngannou is competing in his final fight of his current contract on January 22nd in Anaheim when he squares off with Cyril Gane at UFC 270. It could be the last time we see Ngannou inside the octagon as he refuses to sign a contract extension earlier this year, citing it was a lowball offer.
Dan, okay, exactly what does that mean for his future, right? And, we've had a lot of back and forth with UFC, but to be honest with you, I haven't heard back from UFC since, I want to say June.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, since before they...
Is that like a power move of them just like not having a conversation with you, or?
Yeah. We can speculate, but pretty much we all know that, UFC, they hold a power position, right? Rightfully so. And when it comes to representation like myself, and again, of course, I'm going to be biased, right? They're not going to like what we have to say about how Francis's future looks like and what that is valued at, right? And so because of that, they've decided not to reach out. So I'm not sure if they want to negotiate a contract before or whatnot, but that's totally up to them.
What's the relationship with Dana like? What is he like to negotiate with? I'm sure you deal with Dana directly when you're doing these contracts, right?
No, I deal with typically with Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dana's been involved.
Joe Rogan may not be involved with the UFC as he used to be, but for Dana White, he remains a pivotal member of the team. Rogan, who only worked 6 UFC events over the past year, recently received criticism for his quality of work. Rogan addressed those critics, but White thinks he deserves respect for helping educate the fans about the sport. Other than the Gracies, White said Rogan too helped inform the masses about the ground game.
We got into this, everybody understood stand-up fighting, no matter what happened. Punching, kicking, elbows, we all get that. The big thing for us was when it goes to the ground, how many people are really going to understand what's going on and what they're seeing? Because if you've never done jiu-jitsu, you don't know what the hell they're doing. The guy's legs are on him. His arm is over here. Joe Rogan was so, first of all, passionate about the sport, number one. Number two, so good at walking you through what was going on before it even started to happen. To have a guy like him behind the mic, he was very instrumental in helping build the sport.
100%.
Dominick Cruz has revealed that he will be interested in facing Jose Aldo after years of fans dubbing it as a dream fight. Both men have been able to string together some nice wins as of late, with Cruz beating Casey Kenny and Pedro Munoz this year, compared to Aldo also defeating Munoz as well as Rob Font in 2021. They're both riding on a 5-0 run between them, as noted as Cruz in an interview with Ariel Helwani. It could be just a matter of time before they collide.
Words everyone wants, I'm sure Suga wants you. Who do you want? Who makes sense now in this path? I feel like now we're back on this title path again. So who do we want?
Yeah, what I'm hearing most from people, I haven't really made a decision. I haven't talked to Shelby or anything, but I'm hearing most that the, you know, the old legacy fight that never happened between me and Aldo is like right there, you know. And I think that that doesn't, I can completely understand that. I get how that's an interesting fight for the world. To fight Aldo is, you know, an honor. It's an honor. Like, think of the things this dude's done. And he's also been through the ups and downs of his career. And made his way back in an extremely respectful form. So that fight, I understand how that could make sense, but I'm going to sit down and, you know, we got to do the talks and see what happens. But you know me, Ariel, like I show up and I do my job, and I'm not a like pick and chooser. Obviously, people have been calling me out my whole career. People have been comparing me to other people my whole career. I've done a really good job at not allowing that to make my decision.
Jorge Masvidal has blasted Jake Paul after the pay-per-view numbers for his rematch against Tyron Woodley was reported. Over the holiday weekend, it was reported that Paul Woodley 2 Showtime Boxing pay-per-view numbers did just under 65,000 buys. If that was true, it's obviously a horrible look for Paul, who previously claimed he surpassed 1 million pay-per-view buys against Ben Askren. Shortly after the reports of the dismal pay-per-view numbers surfaced, Masvidal took to social media to rip Paul. B-Boy can't afford the big boy. Never again do I want to hear my name associated with the fake. 305 day is coming, Masvidal wrote on Twitter. That's all we have for today. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and please let me know what type of content that you want to see on this channel. Peace.